I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play opposite D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running street, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them boys, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with the bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm turning my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor is killing my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. As soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking facts, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them where down. I'm in LA.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Eluding the pressure right. This one caught, it's the tight end Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Staley. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you just...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. And they'll begin by running the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Here's Fields. This one swung out to Williams. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Back to throw. Fields. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Lewis seen in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields steps away to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Fields. Screenplay set up for Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. Fields escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on third down, Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
That's complete to John Ross. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. A final shot before the break. Fields flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Fields. Rolling to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Maher able to put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll run for it. Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. And able to work his way down to the 16. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Caught up. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Fields. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. 4th down. Fields has to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They're facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for Minnesota, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they dropped their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a, I see no biggie. Ain't bought be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a stick that'll be when I get to me. My check don't discriminate, still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way, only care about what the pay till I say. I do wanna be, don't gotta whip and rag on no.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
I'm Gonzo. Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest. While I soak up my success, getting tokens for your dress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you hands on. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting. I'm Gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though. That's against our bro code. Headed to his home though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae, got just broken to his place. It's chilling in space, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. How my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Go. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold. off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When they rush calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the football. Tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a. Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When they rush calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of football.
Toy, convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. That's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When they rush calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of football.
Biggie, honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad, well, I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad at stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue, I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sit that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate, still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way, only come out with a pay till I say. Or you don't wanna be, don't got no guilt, brag on no petty. Look like talk with that on your hip, if he ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. I'm the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. On these we not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent, bossy predicament. I see no biggie, honestly I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad at stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, I'm tryna look. They do not cover me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in Rex involved. All that text and calls, run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on past, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad at stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. When I get that daily paper, stop playing me.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like
You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth, then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings, my team is the truth, but they some liars to you, and they never sing, but they always shoot, and all of their diamonds are new, and that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it, and I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Yeah, throw my Brooklyn, cause he Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had yelling hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr,